You make me want to download it.
All this anxiety, I've been getting like no sleep. Expectations from those who don't even know me. I've been questioning if the struggle is worth it, and becoming a totally different person. Doing things I promised myself I'd have never done. Stare the devil in the face and I would never run. I'm just trying to be happy when it's all said and done, and not regret a damn thing the day that heaven come. Drugs and money controlling everything in my life. Overthinking everything, just laying awake at night. My heart is beating, I'm breathing, but never feel alive. No one really know what's going on up in my mind. Suicidal thoughts, but I don't really wanna die. I'm about to break down, I just wanna cry. I've been feeling like my life is really on the line. If I said it, I meant it, I won't apologize. Everyone around me dying, everyone around me lying. I could really use a sign, I could really use a sign. I don't really wanna feel like this no more. I don't really wanna live like this no more. Everyone around me dying, everyone around me lying. I could really use a sign, I could really use a sign. I don't really wanna feel like this no more. I don't really wanna live like this no more. Every day used to pop pills, no one could stop me. Rest in peace, Max, swear them same things almost got me. I really wish instead of my cousin that kid shot me. The ones that I trusted was the same ones that robbed me. I'm not sad, I'm not happy, I just been getting by. Quit smoking for a while, lately been getting high. Grew apart from my family, lost all my sanity. Reading tweets of people saying they used to be a fan of me. I did a lot of things, now I'm regretting it. Sick of giving money to all of these damn therapists. If I had a rewind button, I would be pressing it. Every single minute I'm awake, I be stressing shit. They say they love to own me, that makes two of us then. Last couple years, I got used to losing my friends. Screw me over once, I know that you will do it again. And I'm the only one that lose in the end. Damn. I'm sick of talking, I don't even wanna write this. Had to make this song, I don't care if no one likes it. These are thoughts I have bottled up, this my therapy. I just wanted everyone to know before they bury me. Everyone around me dying, everyone around me lying. I could really use a sign, I could really use a sign. I don't really wanna feel like this no more. I don't really wanna live like this no.
I don't think
Did you
your
find like the
audio is
oldest
working.
picture you could find?
Max, I don't think your audio is working
there we go.
either.
There we go. Fixed
Did
it.
you mute your mic?
Yeah, I muted the mic. But here we go. We are live. We are going strong. It's me, Max, the host of Tangent Gamer Podcast. We got Steven. How are you doing, sir?
Doing all right.
Awesome, awesome. Fabian, how are you doing, sir?
Hey.
Nice. Winton, looking beautiful.
Looking like
And
a
then
snack.
TJ, looking very still, but he is here. TJ, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing terrific. And did you find any older of a picture?
I told you that all you have is old pictures. That's all you have.
Yes, but that one was like 12 years ago.
So much old.
That's
so
the
much
only
old.
one that you had by yourself.
Wait, hold on. Get real. Real late. I'm standing in front of a Taco Bell. What?
We got that, John Doe. We thank you for the message, by the way. I think we fixed it.
Yeah, we got everything going strong. Well, guys, again, we're gonna go ahead and get this news going, get it started because next gen is here. First, let's go ahead and get the bad news out the way. For some reason, this week has been a week of delays and losses of directors. So real quick, PS5 Destruction All-Stars, which was originally supposed to be a launch title, got pushed all the way till February 2021. So yeah, that was kind of a hit because that was a game that was actually supposed to show off some of the the power of the new PS5. But of course, they still are going to have a couple of other launch games to go to, but that was a hit. Another one, everybody, huge hit, Cyberpunk 2077 got delayed for the third time now. Yes, was originally supposed to come out November 17th, got pushed to December 10th of 2020. So, and also it was one of the very few games that actually went gold, meaning that,
Gold gets delayed.
Yeah.
GG.
So yeah, it was a huge hit. Halo Infinite, which originally was supposed to be a launch title, got delayed. Now just had lost its director. It's
The second one, right? The second director.
I think so,
No,
right?
I think that was the original director, but he just stepped down.
Oh, did he?
I know they brought other people with more experience from Halo games, from creators from Halo 2, Halo 3, and Halo Reach.
Yeah.
But the director himself he's been original since the beginning of the project, but it kind of sucks that he stepped down last minute.
So yeah, I mean it's a really huge hit, and I mean that's not the only Microsoft studio that lost its director. The Everwild, which was showed off at their Xbox gaming event, they just recently lost their director as well. Also, Ubisoft in a Bloomberg reported that they lost Far Cry 6 was delayed, and Rainbow Six Quarantine got delayed, and they didn't give a specific time. They just said sometime after April 1st of 2021.
That's so upsetting.
That's a hell of a delay.
Yeah.
Because Quarantine was supposed to release with the Halloween stuff.
Exactly.
What?
So that got pushed all the way, and they didn't specify anything. And the only reason why people found out about it was they were actually doing their quarterly report on their earnings and everything, and that's how it got announced. And then Apex Legends, which was actually supposed to come out on Switch sometime this year, got pushed all the way till 2021 as well. So, guys, this was
I have a theory about that, mostly because of the cross-play playability on that. Because they're trying to push. Well, because they're trying to push the whole cross-play thing, and then of course on Tuesday the Season 7 Ascension comes out, so we get the new map and new stuff that comes with that, and with them delaying it, it's like they're trying to. I don't know how it ran on Switch, but I think that with the whole crossplay thing, it might be harder to do between Nintendo because it's not necessarily a next-gen console. So they were like, we still have to figure this out and how this is going to work with the other consoles, PC and Xbox and PlayStation. So that's just my thought on that.
Yeah,
Is that why they delayed it?
That's a solid reason.
Apex Legends.
Yeah.
I tried downloading that yesterday, and it's not available on Steam right now.
What? Oh yeah, because it's not
yeah.
on Steam.
Yeah.
It comes out on Steam on Tuesday.
Yeah,
It's on
November
Origin.
1st.
It is on Origin though. If you want to play
Yeah.
it on Origin right now.
It's one of those you need
Yeah.
Yeah, because it originally was it's an
modulator?
EA. Yeah, it's an EA launch, so it's
Oh.
it's all on Origin, but they're moving to Steam on Tuesday. So for all of you Steam players, yeah, you can download it there on Tuesday. It'll be fun.
But also as well, I found it quite upsetting that what Cyberpunk was saying on regards on their delay. The reason, and this is the reason, if you look on their Twitter page, Cyberpunk, and this is in quote, some of you might be wondering what these words mean in light of us saying we achieved Gold Master some time ago. Passing certification or going gold means that the game is ready, can be completed, and has all content in it, but doesn't mean we stop working on it and raising the quality bar. On the contrary, this is a time where many improvements are being made, which will then be distributed via a day zero patch. This is the time period we undercalculated. Yeah. So
I had a feeling that's probably what it was. It's going to be a day one patch whenever they open it, because it's so low. It's so close to launch.
Yeah. And I mean, it was to be expected, but for it to be delayed by that much, it's quite upsetting. And let me see. There was another part that actually got me. Let me see. Unrealistic. Someone says that 21 days can make any difference. It's such a massive complex, but it really does. Maybe it wasn't on this game, but one of the games that got delayed recently said that they just were not prepared for next gen.
That's Halo.
That was Halo.
No, it was one of these games. It was one. It was.
No, I'm just saying if it was Cyberpunk, cool. But I'm pretty sure I feel like that would be a quote that came from Halo.
Yeah, no, and that's definitely a Halo. I mean, and it visually was upsetting.
It wasn't Cyberpunk because they already said that this game is pretty much truly a next gen game. They're just working it to try to get it on previous consoles, which is what's kind of hurting the development process at the moment.
Yeah, they're saying that they're trying to release the game on 9 different platforms, and they're having trouble getting all of it ready.
Okay, well, then this is my thing. Do you think that we should just go ahead and let go of, past gen? I mean,
that's a lot of gamers you're going to be letting go of. That's the only problem. Because not everybody is going to be, especially after you saw when it came to pre-orders with the Xbox Series consoles and the PlayStation 5, not everybody was able to pre-order a console, and not everybody's going to be jumping to the next gen right off the bat. So you're still going to have people playing most of these games on the current Xbox and PlayStation consoles.
Yep. And then moving up later, I mean, with Black Friday coming up and stuff like that, where everybody's going to be buying all the new games and all the new stuff for a cheaper price, and with all the bundles and stuff like that, it's people will buy them, but like myself, I have an Xbox Series S, or a Xbox One S, and so I'll play games on that if I need to, but I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, and Jeff Carter just stated on Facebook that would be a huge mistake to do that if we just let go of the past gen consoles. And yes, it would be a huge mistake, but I mean, would it have been easier to go ahead and release the game on the current gen, the new gen consoles, and then later on release it on the older?
No, because it's the same. And the reason why I say that, so I'm sorry to cut you off. The reason why I say that is because when you have, and I attribute this to the same thing, is that when you have streamers that are playing video games and the people watching cannot play it, it's the same. You're going to get a bunch of people that are pissed off that they can't play a game, but this guy can play it no problem, and I sit here and watch him. But it's like, well, I'm getting kind of the same experience. So all this stuff that I'm visually unlocking and having fun doing, I'm watching somebody else do it, but I can't do it myself. So it kind of sucks. So it's in the same way with Xbox. You release a game onto the new gen, but people who ain't be balling aren't able to play it. Well, then you're leaving out a whole generation of people that are just like, what the fuck? Like, we've been loyal. Why? You know, especially if most of the games are it's backwards compatible anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like,
not just that. Like, the game was announced to be on the current Xbox and PlayStation consoles. If you turn around and say, oh well, we're only going to be releasing this on launch date with just the new gen consoles and PC, then you're going to make the whole situation even more chaotic, because now those gamers that are going to be on PlayStation 4 and Xbox, they're going to raise hell on the internet. It's just a bad situation all across if you try to cut them out.
That's right.
Well, I mean, again, it sucks that these got delayed, but delays, they're needed.
And it's only 21 days. It's not bad.
No, it's not.
Are they?
I mean, we've already been this far now. So what's another 21 days, right?
Aren't we lucky we got it? Weren't they talking about Cyberpunk for years?
Cyberpunk was announced in 2012.
No. We're lucky we're this far.
We're lucky we're this close.
What's another 21 days?
When was Wild Hunt? Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. When was that released?
That was like 2013.
Yeah, something like that.
I have a computer, but I have not looked it up. So too many people get butthurt nowadays over the smallest things. Jeff Carter,
oh,
yeah.
God,
I
don't know why. Man. I don't know why I thought it was longer than that. I'm probably thinking about the next gen console release date.
Everybody gets butthurt about everything nowadays.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what it is.
Pretty much, yeah.
But and another thing that we do need to go ahead and talk about is the director of Halo Infinite, Chris Lee, leaving. In the middle of, I consider it a crisis. This supposed launch title got delayed, and now their director left. So this is from a Bloomberg report. It stated, "I have stepped back from Infinite, and I am looking at future opportunities," Lee said. "I believe in the team and am confident that they will deliver a great game, and now is a good time for me to step away."
Nope.
Okay.
He got removed. Definitely. That's what I think. I think he got pushed aside, and not fired. He's not retiring. He's just stepping away from the project. That can only mean, goals weren't being met. So they're going to probably replace him with someone else.
Yeah.
And obviously they are, but I'm pretty sure that's the main reason why.
And Microsoft did state that Chris Lee remains a Microsoft employee, and while he has stepped back from Halo Infinite right now, we appreciate all he has done for the project to date.
Yep.
So, yeah, to me, again, I consider this a crisis. When your game gets delayed and it gets bashed on, which is supposed to be a next-gen title, and it gets made fun of, it became a meme, and you have to go back to the drawing board, touch up, fix up. No, it's not a good time to step away at all when you're trying to push out this game. So, I mean, what do we think that's going on? Fabian, you said that goals weren't being met.
Pretty sure, yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they are going to replace him with someone better, quote unquote better. I don't know who, but that's that. And excuse my French, the fuck up, I'm pretty sure, with everything going on.
That wasn't French at all.
That whole cluster
Yes.
of everything going bad, yeah, I'm pretty sure all those mishaps, they're just like, you know what, remove, we're going to put someone else, or for them to have to remove someone at this time and point.
At that level. Not even just like a designer, like.
Yeah, that's the main.
The guy that's running the show.
Yeah.
And Marcos said this franchise sadly on a downward trend, or to have two directors on the game already.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
And
then you also throw in the issues that they had when launching the Master Chief Collection. Like this is nothing new for when it comes to problems with 343 Industries. Like there's something going on behind the scenes that is, I don't know what's causing all these mistakes, but
yeah, and
it kind of makes you it literally, like what Max says, this is, I wouldn't say crisis as the word, but this is something that is very alarming, and it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder what's going to happen to this game, basically, with all the issues they had in the past.
Yeah. Go ahead,
well, and the reason why I call it a crisis, because all right, let's do a little time frame here. from the beginning of the year, from Phil Spencer himself, he said there is no way that this game is getting delayed at all. Yep. Period. This game will come out launch day. All of a sudden, it gets delayed. Next, they show it off. They do show it off. Complete disaster. A bunch of pop in, pop out. It looked not great. It didn't look good.
It looked like they generated the world and then took assets from like a file and just kind of dropped them randomly around the map and generated enemies and just like, okay, fight.
Yeah, it looked like
do this.
Yeah, it looked like the assets were still trying to pop in, but they never did. So I mean, it did not look great. The single player campaign, they had to go ahead and get outside help. All right, they had to bring back people. They had to bring back Joe Staten to lead the single player campaign, and Pierre Hintz to run the multiplayer. Then we have a director. That one director already left, and then now we had another one.
Okay,
that's so. I mean, that's the reason why I'm calling it a crisis. I mean, this game is. I don't know. It is crazy to me, the stuff that they're going through on this.
Marcos is like, yeah, Fallout 76, just like that.
It's Fallout 76.
So I have a question for all y'all. Do y'all think that 343 Industries do y'all think they're the right developers to carry on with the Halo franchise?
No.
Honestly, I miss Bungie.
Yeah.
I miss Bungie.
And
Bungie's not coming back to that.
Oh no, they have Destiny. They have Destiny. That's their bread and butter now.
Who turned on their lightsaber? What the hell was
I know that's what I heard too. TJ, was that
you? Yeah,
you better sheathe your sword, son. We need to do a podcast here.
Work here, man.
Yeah. I know. Instead of standing in front of a Taco Bell and just standing still, I mean, come on, man. It's just, man, this is crazy. And then what's the name of that game? Everwild. They just lost.
I'll be honest, I don't even know what the hell that game is.
I'm not really worried about this because we only saw this game once. So, I mean, that's on. It's whatever. Until I see more.
Game that runs on the. It looks like a mix
like
between.
A shell shade.
Yeah,
it's like a mix between like Zelda and Dauntless.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
But they did lose their director. Now, this wasn't a he didn't meet the goals or anything. He just said that he is resigning from his position at Rare.
Okay.
At
Rare. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's Rare that's actually making this game. Marcos also says it's placing such high expectations on a game, and then COVID hit. Yes, COVID did change the way on how games are being made. It just changed everything.
Yeah,
it changed
People
on
weren't
how
ready to work remotely
from home. Yeah,
that's what happened. Yep.
Yeah, so it did create this new way on how we had to go ahead and get everything done. Now that's complete. It is understandable, but again, this stuff that's happening, yes, some of it is from COVID, but some of it is just poor management.
You also have to think of it from a management side too. Is that like, and I had to deal with this at work as well. Is managers weren't ready to work remote. Like, how do you manage somebody who you can't see, and you can't manage their situation? So everything is kind of smoke and mirrors until, like, maybe your lead or your supervisor is saying, "Hey, this is what I'm experiencing. We need to figure this out because this is, it's like trend analysis. How many things? What's going on? What's going wrong? Let's be involved and see what's going on." And a lot of technicians weren't. Yeah, they weren't ready for it.
No, and like I said, it's a crappy situation, but it's needed. The games will come, hopefully. It's just going to be a little bit longer.
Expect a lot more of this in the future if the pandemic continues to take its course.
Yeah,
expect a lot more delays and everything.
Yeah, it's coming back. El Paso just went to a lockdown, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it sucks.
Hell,
getting off topic.
Yeah, I was like, the UK just put their whole thing on lockdown.
And yeah, it sucks because I'm actually part of a Xbox group on Facebook, and a guy from the UK stated that his Xbox pre-order now, because it went on full lockdown, just got delayed till December.
No.
So
that sucks.
Yeah. So he's like, I secured
Thoughts and prayers to that gentleman right
there.
That sucks.
Thank you, Raymond, for sharing the stream. Greatly appreciate it. Please spread the word. Please spread the word, everybody. Greatly appreciate it.
Speaking of sharing, but yeah.
And Marcos did say poor management, not prepared. Agreed. Yes. But speaking of the new Xbox, the PS5 retail packaging and Series X and Series S packaging has been let out into the wild. People started doing unboxings of the console. Gorgeous. Both consoles are gorgeous. I'll go ahead and say it. Both consoles look great. I am very big on on how the packaging is done. I did not. I'm sorry. I'm very picky about it. PlayStation's packaging is not that great. The presentation, yeah, I know. I do unboxings, and most of my YouTube channel, YouTube page is me doing unboxings. So it's all about the presentation, and yeah, PlayStation didn't look pretty. Xbox,
you're like a monster in Monsters Inc. opening a door.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Xbox, you open it up and it's just presented. It's like there. It looks gorgeous. This one,
it's like a box within a box type shit.
Yeah, it's cool. So and you know, PlayStation, you have to pull it out, and it's just in this like bland packaging. Yeah. But
look at the size of that thing. Who knows how much money they had to pay for each box to fill it.
I'm sure somebody saw about it too. Is that like at least the Xbox is embracing the awkward, like the way it's shaped. Like, here we're gonna do a giveaway for an Xbox fridge.
Yeah.
Because
Snoop Dogg got
why
his
not?
Cool Series X fridge.
Embrace it. Yes.
But also, the Xbox team on Twitter actually put out a tweet saying, "Hey, if we actually released a Series X mini fridge, would y'all buy it?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would
how many gamers would buy one of those?
I have a mini fridge here. I feel like Ninja because it's all full with Red Bull. And
I'm sorry.
Topo Chico.
And you're drinking a Monster.
But no, would y'all buy a mini fridge, a Series X mini fridge?
Yes,
I would.
I would definitely.
Hell
Because
no.
it would definitely be something to go in the back. I would love to have that.
Winston, why would you buy a Series X mini fridge?
I want to hear.
I don't want my mini fridge to look like a console. I just want a fridge to hold my drinks.
But if you're going to be looking at it,
I don't want my fridge to look like a console, and they're probably going to charge off the wazoo. I just want a regular mini fridge to hold my drinks.
Right. You can probably get a badass mini fridge with the freezer for the price that they're probably going to charge.
Yeah. Raymond Martin actually said, "Yo, the PS5 is massive."
Yeah.
That's it. It's a big chungus. It's a big chungus.
Oh, yeah. Man, but apparently the cooling is good in it, so you know, that's why they had to make it big. So
did they debunk the whole cooling thing for Xbox, like the Xbox cooling thing?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, there was an issue. If you actually listen to the past episodes, there was an issue brought up saying that the Series X was producing a lot of heat, burning heat actually, but it actually ended up being cooler than a PS5, according to the tests. So. Yeah,
I'll take it.
Yeah, there's nothing really wrong with the cooling system in it, so it's
appropriate for a mini fridge to be cooler than its rival.
But yeah, so next gen is almost here in 9 days, guys. The first next gen console comes out, the Series X, and then on the 12th, if I'm correct, the PS5 comes out. Is that right?
Winton?
What?
The 10th is the new Xbox, and then the 12th is the PlayStation consoles.
Yeah.
So
12th and then the 19th.
James Andrew Beach stated, "Without a doubt, I'd buy an Xbox mini fridge." Thank you. Yeah, please leave a comment.
He fill it up with monsters. He loves monsters.
Please leave a comment. Let us know if y'all would buy a mini fridge, and
what your favorite energy drink that you would put in it is.
Yeah, because
that'd be great.
Apparently, we all drink energy drinks.
Yeah, I like what is it, the Mountain Dew Game Fuels. Those are
I still have yet to try that.
Yeah,
I've yet to try that.
Or just put a bunch of balls energy drinks in them. That'd be
great.
Oh god,
if we can find them.
They're so good.
I remember when you were just talking about that. Like, dude, you guys remember balls? Like, no, I don't.
Nobody remembers balls.
I love
balls, but
it was like the best.
They're so delicious when it hits your mouth. What?
Mr. Beach said the colors are perfect together.
Exactly.
Word.
Black and green.
Yeah. Black and green. Yeah.
G Fuel. Marco said G Fuel. Yeah, that I love G Fuel. So, but the next topic, guys, there are some next gen updates happening on these new consoles. Now, a lot of these games, believe it or not, are getting next gen ready. You'll be able to play these games on Xbox, and PlayStation is still. They said 99.99% of PlayStation PS4 games will work on the new console, PS5. But they're not next gen, meaning that updated graphics, ray tracing, all that good stuff. So they're having to push updates. Madden 21 and FIFA 21 are releasing their next gen updates on December 4th. Also, as well, if I look here, there was another game that was getting a next gen update. Yes, No Man's Sky is actually going to be on launch on Series X and S. Will be releasing their next gen update. So updated graphics, better frame rate, so on and so forth. So that's going to be really, really good.
Oh, puppies!
Oh, nice. But there is something I did want to talk about that we were talking before the podcast. There is an actual esports scandal going on as of right now. A Rainbow Six team actually admitted openly that they went ahead and threw their match to get a better seed. So let me see here. Over in the Asia Pacific region, the coach of top team Cyclops Athlete Gaming had admitted throwing one of their matches. So he stated in a tweet that he was like, "Yeah, we threw a match so we can get a better seed." Now, there are penalties for actually throwing a match. The fine can be up to $5,000 with a 12-month suspension. Now, I'm sorry, it's a little more than that. From what I'm looking here on this tweet, the fine can actually go up to a lifetime suspension, up to $20,000.
Oh, damn.
So, guys, is this okay? I mean, Steven, from what you were telling me, like, teams do this all the time.
Dude, teams do it not only in competitive gaming, but also in real life. Like, paintball tournaments, same thing. Like it all, like if you think you've got an advantage in the lower bracket that you can take out most of the teams in that bracket, you're gonna throw a game to get down in that lower bracket, whether it be for time to work on your strategies or time to just take out the other team. Like those types of things happen every single game in Fnatic has done it for years. Like they always love playing the lower bracket because it gives them more time to work on strategies. Sandbagging, yep, exactly. soccer Champions League. Yep, same thing. So it's a common thing. The only thing I think what it was is you were talking about is that he stated it openly.
Yes. Yeah.
So
and that,
yeah.
Yeah. So
shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah. That
you should have kept his mouth shut.
Yeah. That's like admitting, you walk into Best Buy. Yeah. I just stole that yesterday. Like you don't admit to the crime. So him just saying openly, yeah, we do that, so we can get a better seat. It's frowned upon. It's really frowned upon. So I just found it very interesting that he was just like, yeah,
but he won't do it again.
If he doesn't fire or anything.
If he's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was very dumb.
But Raymond actually stated, I actually had a hands-on view of the PS5 controller. I think they did a great job. However, Xbox is still more comfortable, but I'm impressed. So, and then Marcos did state, Best Buy won't do anything. So, I mean, yeah, their security is not that great. James said, I believe China did that in the Olympics a while back. And he said they did it for their badminton team.
Actually, it depends on who's working. Do you remember Kyle, Max?
Yes, I remember Kyle.
He used to be the guy in the yellow shirt that stood at the front of Best Buy, and he tackled a guy and broke the door to stop him from stealing shit.
Oh, nice. All right, so
it depends on who's working.
Thank you, Kyle, for your services. But yeah,
Way
so
to take one for the team.
But yeah, so that happened, and then Nintendo actually had a little mini Nintendo Direct that happened the other day. They stated that Control is going to be on the Switch, going through Cloud Stream. So I thought that was interesting. Hyrule Age of Calamity. There's a demo out for it right now. That's what's that game called? Something Warriors, where you just fight a bunch of enemies. You just have hordes of enemies. That's
Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, Dynasty Warriors.
I love Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, that's what Hyrule
Age.
That's what Hyrule Age of Calamity is. It's just Dynasty Warriors with a Zelda skin on it. Immortals Phoenix Rising is coming to Switch, and apparently it runs very, very well on Switch, so that's pretty cool. Bravely Default 2 is coming on February 26th of 2021. Story of Seasons Pioneers of Olive, which is a kind of like a Harvest Moon, is coming on March 23rd of 2021. No More Heroes 3 got delayed until 2021. And they did state that was due to COVID. Hitman 3 is coming cloud stream on Switch. HAL Laboratories, which their very known game, I believe, is Super Smash Brothers. They're coming out with a game called Part-Time UFO, which is, I think, a game that came out in 2018. It's coming to Switch. Tropico 6 coming November 6th of 2020. Surviving the Aftermath coming spring 2021. Griftlands is coming summer 2021. And there was a little hidden image of Resident Evil 3. It was a little graphic that was found in the Switch game streaming services. That might be coming as a cloud streaming version as well. So it looks like, guys, that Nintendo is moving towards cloud streaming for these games, because the process, just the whole console is very limited on what it can do. So these games are getting more powerful. They're needing more and more and more like better hardware. So cloud streaming, where you're loading most of this stuff off-site, most of the graphic power off-site, and obviously some of it's still being run on the console itself.
To render the image, yeah.
Yep, and coming to your screen. Should they come out with a better console, or do you think cloud just keep the console the way it is and just move everything towards cloud streaming?
Just keep the console the way it is and move to cloud streaming, because there's nothing wrong with the consoles. The Nintendo Switch is still selling like crazy.
Yeah, they are.
So just add another good feature to the console, and boom, you're there.
Come out with a better screen.
Say what?
Oh, I said I wish they would come out with a better screen. But continue.
Well, I mean, there's still rumors of that Nintendo Switch Pro, but there's no telling if or when that's ever going to come out. But other than that, if not, yeah, cloud streaming will probably be its best route to get some of the more graphic-heavy titles onto the console, like Control and Hitman 3.
Yeah. Fabian, tell me, man, is cloud streaming the future? We talk about it a lot here. I mean,
I don't know.
You don't think so? I mean, we already know Steven's take. Steven, I mean, what's your thought on this?
I guess it'll depend who's it coming from, like where the cloud streaming is coming from, like who's doing it. If Nintendo does it, I think they would have a good chance to do it because it's something that, you know, they're the unorthodox out of the three, you know, out of Sony and Microsoft. Nintendo has always been the one that is doing everything different. So if anyone has a chance, Nintendo can do it. I think they can.
Nice. Yeah. And okay, so because I got the Nintendo Game Pass or Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, I was able to try out the cloud gaming for, like, I played 2 games I played were Minecraft Dungeons and Halo 5 Guardians on my cellular device on my phone, which I have a Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. Okay. Not too old, but whatever. It works for single player games. Like if you're just not you're not having to do split second timing and you're just wanting to play a storyline and you're kind of on the go, that works great. I think like Minecraft Dungeons was a really fun game to just kind of screw around on and just play while you're not doing anything. But when I played Halo 5 Guardians, it was like not fun. Like it just didn't work with how you were moving and playing in the game. That being said, with the way Nintendo does their things, and they kind of have an all-in approach that, like, hey, we've got this idea, we're going to go ahead and we're going to run with it, and we're going to really do it. Because I mean, they went all in on the Wii U. I say Wii U mostly because they went all in on that project, and they worked it for a while. But now, like with the Switch, they're knocking it out of the park. Like, I've even wanted to get a Switch. I know friends that have just bought Switches just so they can play some of the games. Mm-hmm. And like Marco was saying, you know, Switch checked all the boxes when it was coming to playing the game and console. It was fun. It just didn't have the graphics. And so with cloud gaming and the ability to play whatever game you want to play on that console, as long as you have a decent internet connection, sure. Why not? You could play whatever game you want to play, and it'd be fun. It'd be so much fun to do that and have that just kind of at your fingertips.
Yeah.
Especially for Switch gamers. So I think it's a good idea in certain games, but it's not gonna take off. I've kind of had a slight change of heart because of that. So nice. That's just my thoughts.
Wow. TJ, I mean, do you think that cloud-based gaming, obviously it's helping out the Switch because the Switch is, again, very limited on what it can do. Is this the right approach on cloud gaming?
Like, as in doing it?
Yeah.
It being a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, you have all this stuff that's coming out for, like, you have all these newer like you had them before, like the controllers for the phone, but now they're coming out with all these newer high-speed controllers for phones. So now it's like you can literally bring that stuff anywhere, like, or even if you just wake up in the morning and don't feel like getting out of bed, you can just play the game right there in your bed without having a problem. So is it definitely gonna work? Is it gonna be the future? Yeah, sure, absolutely. Is everybody gonna get on board with it? Probably not.
Nope.
But
it's an option. Adding it as a perk is more.
Yeah.
They're definitely utilizing everything they can to get everyone to play everything they can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Raymond Martin said, according to you, Max, in the future, Switch is working in a 4K Switch. When do you think that would happen? I've been holding out on getting a Switch just for that because I do want a more powerful Switch. I do think that it will happen. They will announce it probably this coming E3.
Bold predictions.
Yeah.
Bold predictions. Where?
Bold prediction.
This coming E3.
I think they're going to go ahead and announce it this coming E3, and it will be released 2022. So.
2022. All right. Mark this day.
Yeah. So
you think that? Far out?
Yeah. E3 2021. They will announce it. I don't think that due to COVID and everything that. Stuff got slowed down. Productions got slowed down. I
think it'll probably come out like if they announce it. I agree with you on the E3 part for them to announce it around that time frame, but I think it'll release maybe holiday next year, just because they've been on the talks about it for a while now.
Winton, you didn't when I said E3. 2021 is the announcement. Do you not think that it will be announced next year, or do you at all?
No, bro, because E3 is dead.
Yeah.
It is dead, but
right now, how lackluster is it to have it online now?
They didn't even have it. They didn't even have an E3 this year.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is like okay, so QuakeCon was done all online.
Oh yeah.
How lackluster was that? Like that experience? Well, it's just like, oh, I'll watch a video for a couple hours and then, okay, cool.
At least they're doing something. You can't really.
True. I can't knock them too much
at this time. But... Yeah, at least they're still wanting to give something back to gamers.
True.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. Are you thinking it's going to be a 4K Switch or a new console from Nintendo?
I think they're going to keep the Switch. The Switch is not going anywhere at all. I think it's going to be, they're going to keep the same thing, 1080p screen, and then when you dock it, 4K. That's what I'm thinking.
When you dock it and going into 4K, that's pretty dope. But doing 4K on the little mini screen,
you won't be able to do that. No.
Yeah, I don't think that would happen.
Battery life
at all.
would drain so fast.
So it will be a 1080p screen, 4K docking.
Okay. You're saying 2022.
I'm saying 2022. 2021 will be the announcement. 2022 when it comes out. Fabian said 2021 announcement. 2021 holiday. 2021 release.
Yeah.
Do you think that would usher in a new dock for the Switch?
Yes.
Like they would need a new dock.
I'm pretty sure they'll upgrade all the defaults or all the bad kinks that the Switch has, which it might be with the controller or whenever you're putting the console on, little things like that. It's just
and
they can perfect it.
And the reason why I had to specify 1080p screen was because Marco said that thing will burn your hands.
Yes.
So I had to specify. Yes, it will be 1080p screen, 4K docking. That's my prediction.
Okay.
So,
okay. Cool.
Yeah. So,
all right. Everybody, remember this, so that way we can come back to it later on in the future.
Yeah.
Yes. Fun of whoever was wrong.
It's vid docked, so we're good.
Raymond said the Switch is doing too well to go away. However, do you think that they might do something like a Switch or a Switch 1 or a Switch Pro? Yes, and that's what I'm saying. The Switch design is not going to go anywhere. They're going to keep the cartridges. They're going to keep the keep the original Switch. I think that this Switch Pro will exist. It will be a thing. Just better screen. Brighter screen, better battery life, or keep the same battery life and but just have a bigger battery because it's going to be pushing more power.
Would they call it with the new version of Switch? Would they call it Switched?
Oh my god! I can't stand y'all.
But so that's my prediction on it. But yeah, guys, cloud-based gaming is coming to the Switch, so expect that to start becoming a thing, and I believe that will be a thing up until this new Switch comes out. But that also.
Wait, why would you think it will go away?
Huh?
Why would you think it will go away?
Well, I think that I don't think it would go away because as the older Switches, they do need it. But I believe that the Switch Pro, I guess that's what I'll go ahead and name it from here on out. The Switch Pro will go ahead and render everything on device. I think that they're going to go ahead and do how Microsoft is doing, Xbox is doing it, where if the console is not powerful enough, that they'll go ahead and cloud base some of it, and like the Series X can go ahead and do everything on device. So I believe that they will be able to go ahead and do that approach. So yeah.
See what was written in chat?
Yeah. Let me see here. James and
topics.
Yeah, James Andrew Beach said Pro probably just means better camera if Apple has anything to say about what Pro means. Yes, that is correct. And then Raymond Martin says Phil Spencer said he's into letting PS5 and Switch getting access to Game Pass, which I think that would be pretty dope.
That would be. I don't think PlayStation would allow it.
That'll be pretty dope for Nintendo, but not PlayStation. PlayStation won't allow that.
Oh no, not at all. But
because they have their own service plus, right?
Well, not only that, PlayStation didn't allow Mixer on its console.
Yeah, which was weird. They are so anti.
It's like they knew what was going to happen.
Even though Mixer was owned by Microsoft and it wasn't really technically all about just Xbox, it was PC and other streaming consoles can be streamed on there. Mm-hmm. It was still never an app made for the PlayStation. So
didn't PlayStation have their own streaming thing?
No, they just had Switch and YouTube, or not Switch, Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah.
Are they going to allow Facebook on their console now that Mixer went to Facebook?
PlayStation or Microsoft?
PlayStation.
I don't
because Mixer signed with Facebook, and now Mixer is Facebook.
But there's no Facebook gaming apps on consoles right now, so.
True. And who knows, that might change. Raymond Martin also said if they added Elder Scrolls 6 to Game Pass, there would be so many subscriptions. I agree. I mean,
they ever come out with it.
Yeah, if we ever hear anything, if we ever hear anything on it. But also as well, Phil Spencer, because I did read that article where he said that he's willing to let PS5 and Switch have Game Pass. He also mentioned about the cloud-based gaming releasing, we talked about it last week, the gaming stick, where you can purchase maybe like this $25, $35 gaming stick that will just be straight cloud-based gaming. You just plug it in HDMI, kind of like a Fire Stick, and you're able to have Game Pass on it. So, yeah, I mean, cloud-based gaming, Game Pass, it's all good. It's all good. It's all great. PlayStation is actually having their own little. I think they're in talks about having their own little streaming service as well. Which
everybody's getting into it now, dude.
There's a reason why they went to Microsoft and said, "Hey guys, can you help us? Because we want to use some of your servers," but they never mentioned for what. So I'm assuming that they're planning on doing some cloud-based stuff as well.
They're probably going to update their PlayStation Now.
Their PlayStation Now?
They're probably going to update their PlayStation Now service if that's what they're going to be using Microsoft's Azure cloud technology or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's what they're probably going to use it to update is their PlayStation Now service. So.
That's interesting. That might.
That's
work.
what I'm thinking because that's the only cloud streaming service that they have at the moment. So.
And let me see real quick. The PlayStation Plus collection, actually, the games got announced. The details revealed your November PlayStation Plus games. Let me see. You'll be getting the PS5 will get the version of Bugsnax.
That's awesome.
PS5. Awesome. PS5 will get Bugsnax.
I want to know the people who play that game.
I just want to know.
People that are fans of Octodad are going to play Bugsnax.
Who the fuck is I'm sorry.
James Zentgraf, real quick, guys, said TG merch coming soon. Actually, you can get TG merch now. If you actually go visit www.tangentgamerpodcast.com, you can actually go and we have t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got jackets, and high-end quality too. As you see, I'm wearing a TG shirt. We do make men's and women's shirts. So guys,
we need some dope hats too. I want some dope hats.
And we do have hats on there as well, and beanies. So go to tangentgamerpodcast.com. You can find our podcasts there. You can find news, videos, and all our merch and our handles as well. So thank you, James.
Have a T on the left cheek and the G on the right cheek.
That's not bad.
Put them together.
Max, that's not a bad idea.
Put them together.
But yeah, so PlayStation's getting those cool games.
Call it TG clap.
And PSVR, guys.
You only said one game.
Sorry, guys. Mordor. Wait.
Shadows of Mordor.
For PS5, they're getting Bugsnax, and then for PlayStation 4, PlayStation Plus members, they can download Middle Earth: Shadow of War and Hollow Knight, the Void Heart edition.
Yeah.
Hollow Knight was a fun game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Indie game, right? I think Hollow Knight's an indie game.
It's indie game.
And then let me see, the PlayStation Plus collection, also as well, their games got announced. So what was the PlayStation Plus collection thing, Winton?
So when you purchase a PlayStation 5, if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you're going to be able to download all of these PlayStation 4 titles for free within your subscription. There's no additional cost or anything like that. You just simply download and start playing.
Word.
Nice.
And we already got like the list of games that were going to be on there, but they added 2 more games, and that was Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombie Chronicles Edition and Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. So I'm kind of excited because this is making it seem like they're going to be adding more games to the collection on a case-by-case basis. So that's kind of exciting for people.
And these games are free, right?
In. Yeah, they're free. This whole thing is an added benefit to the PlayStation 5. So you're getting this within your subscription cost.
That is cool. That is cool. Raymond Martin actually said, "Cover our stomachs in paint with the Tangent Gamer logo, and like we were at a football game." He's with me. You know what? I will do that.
Bro, I'll even add a truffle shuffle in there for you. How about them apples?
Marco said, similar to Game Pass, EA Play Pro.
Yeah, dude, anything that EA puts on anything is going to be fucking stupid.
But no,
as
the
PlayStation
Plus collection is not like that at all. This is just, it's not a service. It's just there.
Yeah. It's just an added thing to your subscription when you get a PlayStation 5.
Yeah, and real quick, I'm going to go ahead and name some of the games. Bloodborne, Days Gone, Detroit Become Human, God of War, Infamous Second Son, Ratchet & Clank, The Last Guardian, The Last of Us Remastered, Until Dawn, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, Batman Arkham Knight, Battlefield 1, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Zombies Chronicle Edition, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Fallout 4, Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition, Monster Hunter World, Mortal Kombat X, Persona 5, and Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
So all of their star-studded games, like all of them, all their good ones.
The Last of Us Remastered, but not The Last of Us 2.
Yeah, because
that will probably
needs to be
later.
remastered.
Yeah, that'll probably
remade.
Like a later date.
Sorry.
Real quick, guys. Mr. Beach actually has a good question for us. He said, "Hey boys, any plans on expansion? Thoughts on Let's Plays and reviews of games while playing it?" Yeah, actually, we were just talking about it before the podcast, how we need to go ahead and start doing that. So yes, we have every intention on expanding into other, other territories as well. Thank you so much for, telling us that because we do want to do that, and we're glad that you enjoy our stuff here. So it really does mean a lot. Yeah.
Our random banter.
It really does mean a lot, guys. Thank you so much. But now, guys, let's talk about Call of Duty Cold War. Fabian does not like us to call it Black Ops for some reason, even though it is a Black Ops game. Call of Duty, I don't know. Fabian,
he's like, just call it Cold War. It's not Black Ops, but it is Black Ops.
Yeah, it is.
It's not Black Ops. It's Cold War. It's a stupid name.
Hod Blops.
Yeah.
Clod
Blops. But yeah, so they finally released the minimum specs and the download size on PC. This is a big boy. So now they let you download the assets that you need.
Yeah.
The minimum download speed for it is 50 gigabytes for multiplayer only and 170 gigabytes for all game modes. Okay. Now, if you have the ultimate like high-end graphics card with the high-end processor
on PC,
on PC,
yes.
On PC, this game's hard drive space is 250 gigabytes.
That's ridiculous.
All right. And it says to have the Ultra RTX specs to run the game at high FPS and 4K resolution with ray tracing, you need an Intel i9 9900K or AMD Ryzen 3700X, 16 gigs of RAM, 250 gigabytes of hard drive space, and an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080. And that's to run it at Ultra RTX mode.
Which is weird because my computer will run those same specs. Nope, not a problem. But they want if you're going to want it to run at that you're going to have the best hardware possible, which means they're only giving that option to people who are going to buy the best of the best, which is whatever.
Yeah,
I have my own thoughts about that. That's why I'm not buying it, by the way.
Oh, you're not?
I mean, not that. No, I'm not buying Cold War. I think I've got Modern Warfare. Why the hell would I buy Cold War? I was like, I'd buy it for the single player and then I'd fuck off. Like, I wouldn't ever play it again.
First off, Raymond Martin did say make a YouTube channel like Angry Joe. Instead, it's Happy Max, where you review games while being overly polite about everything, even if it is shit. Just be nice about it. Oh, this isn't bad.
I can see that.
That'd be good.
But
group day.
But Mr. Beach did also state as well, why is COD so terrible at data management? Is there not a better way to save data? I don't know why these file size. Now, I do understand that to have the ultra settings and everything, the assets are huge. You're putting 4K assets in, ray tracing. It looks like they're mainly doing their ray tracing on a program level instead of on a hardware.
What happens when you get away from physical media?
Yeah.
Well, doesn't Warzone do something like that similar? Like, I remember when I had it on my computer, before I can even jump into the game, it'll say, please wait, downloading graphic texture
shaders,
shaders or something like that. Yeah.
So
it's downloading the updated shaders because they're constantly updating the game and the way it looks to play on your machine. So yeah, it's a little off how it kind of runs, but yeah, the game itself is going to run fantastic regardless of what you're doing. So don't think that you need the latest and greatest to go ahead and purchase said machine. They're only like, oh, well, if you want the latest and greatest, blah, 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 if you're going to get it anyways, here's a game for it. But I really don't feel like that is a talking point that they need to use for it. Like, to me, that's dumb.
Yeah. And Raymond did state that COD eventually updates the game by adding zip files to bring down the size. However, why don't they do that before release?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Let's email them right now, guys. But no, it's
a very choice word, leather.
Thank you, Karen.
We appreciate your response.
But no, and it seems to be only COD that has these file sizes. I mean, all these other games, they're able to shrink. Like Fortnite was able to drop their stuff by 60 gigabytes by removing assets that they didn't need anymore. But it seems like Call of Duty just keeps on piling more and more on top of assets. I mean, do they use all those assets? I mean, we just don't know. Yeah, but yeah, they are not good on their file sizes whatsoever. Now they do, I'm pretty sure, have every intention on lowering it when they're able to, if they can find a way to do it. But in the meantime, if you want to play the game at Ultra RTX mode, 250 gigs.
What did Fortnite do?
Huh? You don't remember when we talked about it last week?
No, yeah, but they got rid of stuff.
What they did was they removed a bunch of assets, so like a bunch of textures and stuff that the game wasn't using anymore, and they were able to remove like certain stuff, which was all the way up to 60 gigabytes that they were able to get removed.
Well, they removed like skins and shit.
Probably.
They will never remove skins from that game.
They will never remove skins, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what they did. They did some magic, stuff, and
so that's probably the thing about Call of Duty is that they're just going to use everything until the game just dies.
I guess. I mean, but yeah. So that to run Ultra RTX mode, 250 gigs, and an RTX 3080. So now also as well, AMD just announced their new graphics card, so they're getting ready for their next gen, the RX 6000 series graphics cards. So what makes these graphics cards great is that they are actually competing with the RTX 3000 series. Let me see here.
And they're doing a pretty damn good job with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really amazing. Give me 1 second here. Having an issue popping up randomly. Oh, but yeah, Steven, can you talk about the 6000 series graphics cards real quick, man?
So really what we're looking at, and I pulled it up. So they're originally they compare it to the current gen graphics cards. So your 2000 series RTXs that are running from NVIDIA. And they're getting well over the frames per second that they should be within those within the games that are currently running right now. Wolfenstein Youngblood, Gears of War 5, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Division 2, Borderlands, and they're showing significant increases in those games in frames per second. Some of them aren't too much, like the one I said first was Wolfenstein. They didn't get much different, but that game isn't really. I mean, it runs on Unreal, so it's like whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But games like Forza Horizon 4, if anybody's a car racing game enthusiast out there, that game got quite a bump in frames per second. You're looking at Battlefield 5. Division 2 kind of was on the same one, but you're looking at Call of Duty Modern Warfare got a little bit of a boost on that, and that was from the RX 6800. When you go to the RX 6800, when you're doing, and that's on 4K 60 frames, so that's not bad. And then when you're doing just 1440p gaming leadership, you're looking at Forza Horizon 4 being up there, like way up. Like some games got to jump. Now here's the real kicker. Is it going to make a difference? No. You're getting a slight bump in frames per second, but you're comparing it to, your 2080 Ti. Yeah, there's going to be a jump because it's a newer graphics card. There should be a jump in graphics cards. Like there should be a jump in frames per second for those games because it's rendering better. It's rendering faster. So yes, what we want, which is what they did, is then said, okay, here we go. 4K up against the 3090. Let's see what we get. And the difference is it's slightly better in some games. It doesn't make a difference. So the 3090, from what I'm looking at, and the RTX 3090 and the RX 6900 XT are roughly the same. This is what you're really getting in terms of sales. Is the AMD Radeon is up there with it for a lower price point. So you're getting a graphics card that's on the same level as that big boss $1,200, $1,400 graphics card, but for less. They're doing the same thing with their processors, with AMD's doing their processors and they're undercutting Intel. So they're doing fantastic. They're up there. They're doing the same thing with these same games for less.
Yes.
That's where their price point is going to be. That's where they're going to get most of the people that are going to be playing this, and it's awesome. I'm super excited. That means only competition, which means it's going to drive prices down, which means gamers are going to get more bang for their buck ultimately, and I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and yeah, like you said, they are competing straight directly with these new 3000 series graphics cards, and and they're actually comparing their 6900 XT to the 3090. Now, the starting price of the XT is $1,000, $999, compared to the RTX 3090, which is $1,499 starting.
That's
Yeah.
$100.
Yeah, so and
$500 to get the same shit.
Yeah, to get the same stuff, and it has the ray tracing. It has it's PCI Express 4.0, the AMD FreeSync with AMD Radeon Boost, AMD Radeon Anti-Lag, AMD Radeon Software Performance tuning. I mean, it is a straight competitor. Sometimes under the 3090, sometimes going over what the 3090 can do, for $1,000 starting price for the XT. And I think the lower models, the 6900 or the 6800 XT is competitor to the 3080. The AMD Radeon 6800 is competitor to the 3070. And I'm trying to see what the starting prices for these are. So I know that the 6900 XT is 1,000. I just don't know the prices of the other ones real quick. 6000 series. Does anybody know? Do y'all know?
I'm looking.
Okay, so here it is. The 6800 XT is going to be $649, and the 6800 and the 600 is going to be $579.
Yeah, so it's roughly in the same price points as the others, as the other graphics cards in their same weight class.
Yes.
What you're looking at is the $1,000 one. That's for their top one.
Now, and there's also a new technology that's going on with these graphics cards. So if you actually have the new AMD 5000 series processor, they can actually talk to each other and unlock more memory somehow, and give you up to a 16% boost increase if you have an AMD Radeon 6000 series graphics card and their 5000 series processor. So it's crazy for the price.
Yeah,
I've been waiting for this announcement. Now this solidified it. I am going to build me an AMD rig with the 5000 processor with a 6000 graphics card.
Yeah. So they're encouraging you to go out and buy the AMD processor with the Radeon graphics card, because they're essentially the same company anyways, and they're going to say, hey, we're going to give you more stuff because it's going to work with what we use here. You're going to unlock more stuff if you have these together, because a lot of people buy Intel and NVIDIA together. So why shouldn't you buy an AMD processor with a Radeon graphics card? And also, when you're looking at like sales on monitors and stuff like that, there's a lot of monitors out there that are FreeSync capable, which unlocks frame by frame. It smooths out your game while you're playing it. So if you kind of build a machine that's all together, that is just AMD, FreeSync, Radeon, whole 9 yards, you're going to get a better experience. This is what they're trying to build, is an experience for you. I think that's going to be awesome.
Plus, the AMD monitors are cheaper than G-Sync.
Yes. Yes.
Raymond said, "I'm definitely waiting till the beginning of next year to get any sort of graphics card. Once NVIDIA and AMD release their stuff, great cards now will be dropped by half the price." Yep. No, it won't. It won't drop half the price though.
It'll drop a little bit, but it won't be half price.
Yeah, it won't be half the price. So. But yeah, and if you can get a hold of any graphics cards, because right now they're, for some reason, data mining, Bitcoin thing is happening again, and people are selling out of graphics cards again. So,
they make data mining graphics cards though now too.
Yeah,
so there's that. Yeah, they're still going to be buying the other ones, but yeah.
But Marcos says, what scares me is how they spread themselves thin with all these GPUs and their updates. I don't see them really spreading themselves thin. Now, their last graphics card, their 5000 series graphics cards, their 5000 series graphics cards were not that great at all. They buggy, glitchy. People just stayed away from them. Like, you would actually downgrade instead of getting an AMD graphics card, as the performance on them were horrendous.
In comparison,
yeah, in comparison. So I don't see themselves spreading themselves thin. I see themselves as, showing that they can do this, that they have the power, they have the technology. Let us show you what. Yeah, yes, we will rebuild, and that's exactly what they did. AMD is now considered. Intel used to be the main. Everybody had Intel. AMD is now rising up. Get it, guys? Ryzen.
Oh, done with you.
Is rising up, and about to take the crown from Intel, and they're planning to do that with NVIDIA too. The Intel powerhouse, NVIDIA powerhouse, they've been on top for ages. They are now putting themselves to a point and saying, "No, guys, we have the power. We can do this." And I think that's really, really cool. And competition is great for everybody. It's good for the consumer, because
especially in hardware.
Yeah, because that pushes the companies to build better and try to push for cheaper. So that's always a good thing. Marcos also said, but can't complain though. I converted to AMD, bang for the buck. Yes, that is correct. But what, Winston?
Oh no, I got a little distracted by your microphone.
What's wrong with it?
The sound coming out of your microphone. Sorry, go ahead, keep going.
What's wrong with it?
It was like after every word you were saying.
That was just his voice.
Marcus also
graphics card.
Marcus did say gaming monitors need to drop their prices though. Yes.
Damn right. Yes. Preach it.
As long as people are buying them, they're not going to drop their prices. So
because they need monitors. You can't use a computer without one. So it's like, if
it's
you
a win-win
on a gaming machine, you're going to pay for it. And there really isn't, like, there's so many different companies, but they're all on the same page when it comes to prices. Mm-hmm. So that's why I constantly watch Newegg and other, places, because they literally have sales on them all the time.
Yes.
So
yes, they do.
Thank you, Steven.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I love my monitor. It's so badass.
Yeah.
Raymond said, I talked with a friend who works in computer science at a very large company, and his company says it's going to take a while for Intel to catch up to them. Yes.
Yep.
That is 100% correct. Because I think Intel's using a 10 nanometer process, or a 7 nanometer process, while AMD dropped down to a 5 nanometer, which gives you better performance. You're able to fit more onto a chip. It's crazy on how AMD just caught up out of nowhere. Just just said, guys, we're going to go ahead and do this. They did it in what, 5 years, 6 years?
Something like that.
Yeah,
they've been really trying to work on it for a while, and they've been trying to catch up, and so they release things, and they're testing it, and they finally brought it out, and that's what happens when you start paying attention to your product and seeing what people are wanting out of it.
Yeah. So yeah, that was AMD.
Right, Marcus, definitely.
AMD did a really good job on these processors. Now we just need now these are their benchmarks on what they were showing us, so we just need to see real life tests. Real world tests, and we'll be able to go from there. But yeah, good job AMD. Now there is a problem with the Series S though, the Xbox Series S. Devil May Cry 5, the developers stated that they will not have ray tracing on the Series S.
It's not a problem for me.
Well, it's not going to make a damn bit of difference.
Well, that is kind of a problem, especially when they stated themselves that there was going to be ray tracing. They said it over and over. They said that no, there's no problem with the development. There's no problem with the consoles whatsoever. All the consoles will have DirectX ray tracing. Well, out of the blue, out of nowhere, they just all of a sudden said, guys, we can't do it on the Series S because it's just not powerful enough. So we knew,
and that's the thing. I don't think it's not powerful enough. I just think it's not powerful enough to what they want to do.
Well, and would that be a problem because this was supposed to be the cheaper? The only thing about the Series S was we just dropped the resolution on how much resolution it can push. So is this console now not powerful enough to do what Microsoft is saying that it can do?
I don't know.
Well, wasn't there that rumor that was going around that was saying that the developers were having like a little bit of a difficult time trying to get games to like fully work on the Series S when it comes to resolution and ray tracing?
Yeah, and then everybody was saying
that
the
graphics card in half is really what they did. So it wasn't just they lowered the resolution; they literally it's like having a 3060 and a 3090 and what two systems with one lower graphics and one higher graphics. It's like,
well, I mean,
even better, the 2080 versus the 1660 Ti. They do kind of the same thing, but they just don't have the same. They're just
same
in half
technology.
They don't perform the same. Yeah.
Well, this is my thing though, because Microsoft said it does everything that the Series X can do. The only difference is that you'll only play at a max of 1440p.
Yeah.
So now they're having a problem putting ray tracing on this when now, Steven, like you said, you don't care, but this has been the buzzword for these new consoles.
True.
Ray tracing. This is how they're selling it. Yeah, this is how they're marketing it. Ray tracing. Now, this console is having an issue by a developer that can't put ray tracing on it.
But
$300 console.
Yeah, and plus, for a lot of casual gamers out there, do they even know what ray tracing is?
Well,
do they even care about it?
Marcos did state on here, I don't need crystal clear reflections of the puddle on the street.
Yeah, and that's what we kind of also forget too, is like there's only a certain amount of gamers out there that is going to want like the top quality graphics in their games.
And they'll pay for it.
And they'll pay for it. Mm-hmm. We all know Max is one of them. But other than that, majority of gamers out there, they just want something that is playable, that they can just pick up and start playing without any issues. And with the Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, it's still going to bring the frame rates up to 120 frames per second. You're still going to get 3D audio, reduced loading times, and everything that's going to be included in the Special Edition. You're just not getting ray tracing. So I still think it's still good for the Series S. It's just ray tracing is kind of like one of those things that you can kind of just skip over with for now.
Well, TJ, you're getting a Series S, right?
No, I'm getting the X.
Oh, you're getting the X?
Fuck do you
Okay.
think I am?
I was getting the S, but I switched.
Okay, but I mean, so
I'm gonna get the Series S later on down the road.
yeah, me too. But I guess, guys, if anybody in the comments, if you're getting a Series S, I mean, is this starting to sound like a deal breaker for you? I mean, you know, a developer saying, hey, you know, ray tracing, we can't do it now. Even though they said multiple times, we can do it. We're doing it. Please let us know in the comments on your thoughts on the Series S. Is this starting to sound like a problem, or is this just like a one-off thing? Please let us know in the comments. But Raymond said, how is the cooling with the Series S since it's so tiny with the same power as the Xbox One X? It's not the same power at all. It's like what Steven said, the graphics card cut in half. So
yeah, they tick down the CPU and they cut the graphics card in half. So it's not putting out this. It's not nearly putting out the same amount of heat as the other one. So and it's got a big fan on it already. From what I've seen, is that the Series S isn't going to have any problems with cooling on the system.
Yeah. Marcos did state that Winton exactly on your thoughts on ray tracing. That most gamers probably don't care about it. And like I said, it wouldn't be a big deal, but that is what they have been marketing, is ray tracing.
And true, exactly. But I know, for me, I prefer either 60 frames per second or up to 120 frames per second over ray tracing any day.
Performance,
I prefer performance over resolution.
Yep.
Because I think gameplay matters more than resolution quality
especially
of the
when
game.
it comes to competitive gaming. Like,
yes,
if you're in competitive gaming, you care more about how fresh and the refresh rate and how everything is just on point. So that extra graphics, you know, you don't really.
Yeah, nobody cares.
I care for both. I
Yeah.
care for both, honestly. So.
And like you were saying earlier, like with the whole, like some people don't really know the difference. It's like they probably could have said that and then forgot to tell everyone, and like no one would have noticed. Yeah, there's ray tracing in there. Yeah, okay. And then everyone's like, "Oh, dude, this looks so good. Look at this ray tracing." And
I
it
can
turns out it's
almost
not even there.
What about frame tracing on Mindtrace though?
Say what, Steven?
They would have not known at all that the ray tracing was on there. I've had multiple games where I've turned the ray tracing on, and like the difference
Was minuscule.
Is not. Some games it shows up, but like most of them is just like you don't notice the difference. And like Fabian was saying, in competitive gaming, nobody gives a damn about RTX. Like, just play the game at the best frame rate. Like, I'm surprised that people haven't like created graphics cards just for competitive gaming.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, why not?
Create
Why
a
is this not a thing?
TGP graphics card just for
Yeah.
competitive gaming.
Yes.
Just frame rates all the way.
You might need to look into that, my dude.
Well, hey, what was TJ saying earlier, or just now? I think I cut him off. What were you saying, TJ, about the fucking ray tracing?
That they probably could have just never even said anything, and most people, like Winton was saying, most people probably wouldn't have even noticed
Yeah.
the difference.
Yeah. And so it's just,
But
They could have just said they had ray tracing and then like fix the problem later, and everyone would be like, "Man, this looks great."
well, Andrew Beach did state my ray tracing Minecraft though.
yeah.
Yes.
You need to get that
That's like
Yes.
that's like the only game that you can tell a huge difference when it comes
it's
to ray
so
tracing.
sexy looking.
Dude, that's
too.
like the only
it's
game
so
out there.
sexy. And Marcos did
Yeah.
say people want performance over quality.
Exactly.
Yep.
I want both.
Mhm.
I mean, no, and I'm not dogging on resolution. I mean, you can have resolution as well too. It's just that, yeah, they're throwing out these buzzwords like ray tracing and everything out there, 1440p, but majority of gamers prefer performance over, graphic quality, things like that.
I mean, I definitely want a game that looks good, but
Also want it to play good as well too.
yeah.
Mhm.
Marco stated, my investment has gone to my rig. It's going to be a while for me to buy a new gen console. I rocked the 360 until they released the Xbox One S.
Ooh, you a trooper, bro. You are a trooper. You hang on to those blades.
But yeah, so that was you know, a really interesting idea on the Series S that, you know, the ray tracing, the no ray tracing. Is it a powerful console? I mean, I guess we'll find out later down the road, seeing what people are able to do and what they can do with this console. Let me see here.
And plus, have you seen the graphics in Devil May Cry? That thing is... That game is impressive. So I can only imagine what how much resources ray tracing would have to be added into the Series S in order to get that game to run at its normal rate.
True.
Because the graphics in that game is impressive. That is the most impressive RE. I think they're using the Resident Evil engine. That's the most impressive game that's using the Resident Evil Evil engine I've seen in a while.
I thought they were using Unreal Engine.
No.
Okay.
All Capcom's games now are basically using the Resident Evil engine.
That's dope. That's dope.
Real quick, guys. Andrew stated, on Fabian's point of competitive gaming, there are some issues. Currently on FPS, lower quality have the advantage due to removing shrubbery. However, in games like Siege, when they add higher quality graphics, they add shadows through doorways and on walls. So there is a benefit in some cases now. That is a very excellent point. Thank you, Andrew.
Depending on the game. Yeah,
depending on the game. Exactly. Raymond did state, great podcast, guys. It's fun. Keep it all. I support y'all all the way.
Thanks, man.
Thank you so much. Very much appreciated.
Thank you.
Gang.
Now, let me see. One of the final topics that we have here is Sony is looking to buying Crunchyroll for over 100 billion yen.
Anime, yay!
Which in USD is $957 million. So that is almost $1 billion contract that's looking to happen. What do you think Sony is planning on doing with Crunchyroll?
So I've been thinking about this for a couple of days.
Maybe.
I've been thinking about this because they already own Funimation. So what I'm thinking is what they're going to do is, I'll be on board because I have both accounts to Funimation and Crunchyroll. I'm thinking they're probably going to merge the two together and have like a powerhouse brand
ultimate streaming service
of English dub anime and of course your regular subtitle animes put together, so that way you can just get it all in one spot instead of having to go across different brands and go from there.
That's huge.
That's what I'm thinking because they already own Funimation and they already own Aniplex. So adding Crunchyroll into that, they're pretty much going to be the mecca of they own them too. So they're pretty much Sony's pretty much going to be the mecca of anime, and I'm thinking they're just going to combine everything together. That's
that I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, what do y'all think? I mean, are they?
That's huge. I mean, Crunchyroll's come such a long way.
It really has.
I wish I watch Crunchyroll on my Xbox all the time, and my phone too, but my Xbox most of the time just bigger screen. So I wish they would have pulled the trigger on that before Sony did. But I guess, Sony being a Japanese brand, so, them taking over anime, I guess makes sense.
As long as they keep selling clothes, so, I mean,
I'll be
okay. For sure. I'm pretty sure they'll find ways to promote more, like, content, obviously newer animes, clothing, as you said. Like, I'm pretty sure this move is a smart move for Sony. And it's also going to amplify anybody that's a weeb. For anybody that doesn't know, is an anime fan. So
yeah, I'm a weeb.
Yeah,
but I mean, and then plus, you can see it kind of happening because Crunchyroll and Funimation did had a partnership a couple of years back, and then that ended. So if Sony brings them back under the umbrella, I literally can see it all merging together as one.
Yeah, Marco said consolidate. Consolidates. Consolidate.
One blob.
One blob of anime.
Hey, I'm down for it.
Marcos did say off topic. What are you guys playing currently, other than Warzone?
Who's playing Warzone?
I don't know. I'm assuming he says other than WZ, so I'm assuming Warzone.
Yeah, Warzone.
Yeah, it's Warzone.
That's like what everybody plays. Besides that, I'm a huge Halo fan, and I've been playing a lot on my PC because in case you don't know, I just recently got my PC about 2.5 weeks ago. So I've been playing Halo Master Chief Collection against Max. Like we've been doing 1v1s, and that first game he beat me by I think 5 kills, and I fell off the map 4 times.
Wait, are you using mouse and keyboard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was using mouse and keyboard. Dude,
Okay.
it is insane. I was telling you this last time. Mouse and keyboard on Halo is so difficult. I played other shooters on the PC already, but for some reason Halo is very different compared to the other shooters. I guess because it wasn't originally a PC game, but it's very weird. My no scopes are on point, but the quick scoping and jumping and quick scoping, just moving around is very difficult for me. But after that one loss against Max, I haven't lost. I beat him every single time after. I'm getting better.
Perfected.
TJ, what about you? What are you playing right now?
I've actually been on my PC a lot. So
Yeah, since you don't have an Xbox right now.
Well, I mean, I was on my PlayStation too, but I just got a new Ethernet cable. So
Nice.
Go.
I've been on the Steam. I've been playing a lot of a game called Men of War. It's kind of old, but
Men of War is a good game, dude.
it is a great game.
It is a good game. Oh man.
Which one do you play it? Do you have it? I think you do.
I have the first one, and it's fantastic. It is very fun to play. I haven't played the expansions or the second and thirds, but I played that one a long time ago. It's really fun.
You didn't get Assault Squad.
The frustration.
Yeah, it's fun.
I felt like there was a little bit of disdain and hate in that. But Steven, what are you playing right now, man?
So I've been testing out cloud gaming. I've been testing out different things. The Minecraft dungeons. I've been playing Forza Horizon 4. Also, by the way, if you haven't already, go sign up for Scavengers pre-alpha or just alpha test. It's on scavengers.com, Scavengers or Scavengers game. I can't remember what the thing is. Scavengers. Let me look it up real quick. Scavengers game. So yeah, it's playscavengers.com, but it's a PC game that you can download, and it's kind of a BR. It's a PvEVP game. Very
Player
fun.
versus everyone. Wait.
Yeah.
PvE.
Players versus environment versus players.
What?
Because you could literally
Did you just make this up?
No, I'm just serious. This is how they explained their game. It's like a co-op. It's a co-op petition, is what they call it. But it's like you're surviving in a survival game to gather as much resources and stuff that you need to survive in the world, and also not die to other players that are also doing the same thing. So it's a really fun dynamic, and they're still in alpha, but it's really fun. Playscavengers.com is like I said, go there, sign up for the alpha. If you get in, cool. I'll be playing it next weekend for sure, so that way I can give a better review on it. But I've already played the first alpha test, and it was so much fun to play. So that, and then Valorant has been playing Valorant. Definitely been playing that. So yeah.
Winton, what have you been playing, man?
I am replaying at the moment Devil May Cry 5.
Nice.
Getting ready for the special edition when it launches on PlayStation 5.
Nice.
I've been playing that. I've been playing Persona 5. I just my inner weeb is out right now, so I'm playing a lot of
anime,
flashy JRPGs, action
Nice.
adventures at the moment.
Nice. And then Yeah, I've been playing Valorant, a lot of Valorant, Rogue Company, Halo with Fabian, Spellbreak, Apex. I've been bouncing around, trying to give my PC some love before the new console. So, yeah, I've just been.
Oh, what's that Microsoft? I'm sorry, that Minecraft game we played.
Dungeons.
Dungeons, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Microsoft. I'm sorry, Minecraft.
What is wrong with you?
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Yes, Minecraft Dungeons. Yes, we've been playing that as well, trying to level up our stuff. Actually thinking about purchasing the DLC for it too. So,
yeah, I'm gonna purchase the DLC because it's really fun.
Yeah, I told you, right?
It's very fun to play. Yeah.
Yeah, and then hopefully we can all do a Diablo night.
Oh, Diablo night would be fun, dude.
So we might stream that or something. But guys, yeah, let us know what y'all think or what y'all are playing as well. Please leave it in the comments. Like Marcos did, he says, I play Hell Let Loose and Squad. Picked up A Plague's Tale. Those are good ones. And Marcos said he would love to play with us. We would love for you to play with us as well. And if you actually go to tangentgamerpodcast.com or listen at the end of the podcast, we will give out all our handles, or you can go to tangentgamerpodcast.com for our handles. But Andrew stated on that game that you were talking about, Steven, so it's like DayZ.
It's like DayZ. I responded to him and I told him, I was like, it's like VR style with DayZ, except there's more co-op and more emphasis on survival than there is about PvP. So you're trying to gain as many points as possible. I can't remember what they call it, but you're trying to gain as many points as possible and still win the game. So there can be multiple winners, just whoever gets the most points. So it's less competitive and more fun to play. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Other than that, the last news topic that we have is Miles Morales, the new Spider-Man game, just got announced a new suit for the game, the Into the Spider-Verse suit. It looks really, really good. It looks really, really good. I'm kind of sad that Microsoft isn't getting anything like that, but
just my frustration is why didn't they just release the Miles Morales version of Spider-Man with that suit? Like, why'd they have to make a whole new suit for Miles Morales when they already had a suit that everybody enjoyed?
Well, now they can charge people for
it. I see that.
Well, because the story is not really. The story in the video games don't really go hand in hand with the movies, so this is just like a special fan service thing that they're doing for all the fans of the game. It's kind of like what they did with PS4 Spider-Man when they released the Rami suit from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield's suit. They just they're releasing more suits and as they go forward to give back to like the fans that stick with the game.
There's a lot of suits in that Spider-Man game too.
Oh yeah, PS4 Spider-Man has a lot of suits, and it's a bunch of callbacks to like the movies and the comic books, which is really cool.
Hey, quickly speaking about movies, are they trying to make a Spider-Verse movie? Because
I heard that rumor.
I've heard rumors and seen things about like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and stuff like that being cast as characters in an upcoming.
Yeah,
like into the Spider.
Well, the new Spider-Man that's supposed to come out, Doctor Strange is going to be in it, so there's definitely going to be some type of multiverse. There's definitely going to be some type of multiverse in that game. So, in that movie. So,
I hope
they were to do it. That would be like the best opportunity to even consider doing something multiverse. So yeah,
because that was the rumor for like a good while, and then once they announced that Doctor Strange was going to be in it, everybody was like, "Oh yeah, they're about to fully go multiverse on us here."
Hey, question: do you think that they're going to have Benedict Cumberbatch as Sherlock Holmes making an appearance in the Multiverse of Madness? Just saying.
And
Benedict Cumberbatch
don't forget Robert Downey Jr. Played Sherlock Holmes as well in the movies.
Oh my goodness.
That would be like the ultimate mind blown. Like, he's not in this universe anymore, but we're gonna bring him back in this universe.
That wouldn't be a. Oh, that would just be a cluster.
That would be.
That'd be such a good movie. Bring in their other roles. That'd be great.
Oh my god.
But yeah, other than that, guys, that is essentially it. We are out of news, unfortunately. Is there any other topics do we want to discuss?
No, I think we're doing
before we dip out.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys remember those the face plates for the PlayStation that we talked about?
Oh yeah, did y'all hear about this?
Yeah,
Sony TJ.
Sony said, "Cut that shit out, or we're gonna sue your ass."
So that PlayStation website, Max, that you mentioned last week.
Yeah, PlayStation.
They're canceling all the orders because Sony is pretty much coming after them.
Dang, get clapped.
Yeah, someone's about to take over that idea. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Oh well, I'm pretty sure that idea was in the making, and they're probably pissed that that company was the first one to come out with. But
can they do that though? I mean, can they sue?
It's their console.
It's their
That's like somebody
they're
making
they can
like skins for controllers and saying
they're voiding the warranty.
Well, no. Well, you're not voiding the warranty by taking off the plates, but maybe behind the scenes they already have third-party partners in place to start making them, and they're a PlayStation is unofficial seller when it comes to it, so that's why they're probably doing it.
That's
showed their hand. They showed their hand.
I was reading something about it, and it was saying that the plates, those side plates that are on there, they pop off with like no tools.
Yeah.
So it just seems like they already have something in place to be able to replace those.
Yeah, because you're only voiding the warranty when you remove the sticker that's on the.
I thought that was illegal now.
Didn't Xbox 360 do that back in the day?
I thought companies
sure did.
I thought companies aren't allowed to put that sticker anymore to void warranty if you remove the sticker.
I think it's on hardware.
It's only
like on the core hardware, because they can't, as a company, you can't ensure that things are going to work the way they're intended to work if you modify it.
Yeah,
it's just not going to happen. So they just want you can do it, but you're not going to get support from the parent company.
Yeah.
Huh, that is interesting. Yeah, Marco said right to fix. Yeah, I think there's a law that states that, or something. I don't know. It's weird. I'll have to look into it and talk about it in our next episode. But yeah, very interesting. I did not know that PlayStation 5 is no longer in existence. That is weird. That is crazy. Wow. Crazy.
Banhammer.
Crazy.
Banhammer.
It was eventually going to happen sooner or later.
Well, yeah. And I was thinking, I was like, what if somebody just wanted, like, instead of all the curves, like a flat PlayStation 5. Like, you can change the shape, or like build one that has a stand in it, or like, so you can a plate that has like a stand, so you can just turn on its side without
change
clipping.
It physically and make it a dragon scale.
Yeah, or something like I was like, man, that's pretty cool that they're letting the consumer decide on how they want to customize their console. But never mind, I guess. God, that's crazy to me.
Maybe. Well, yeah. Besides the third-party thing, they might have people or other companies in the works. But I'm guessing it's just too new. Let's say they don't have anybody in the works for making plates. It's still too new for anybody to just jump in. So I'm guessing maybe that's why they might have done it.
Yeah. Very, very interesting. Well, other than that, guys, that is it. So, because somebody has to go to the restroom. So, real quick, Steven, please tell us, where can we catch you at?
You don't have a bottle next to your desk?
No, well, I do, but it's for drinking, and I've been drinking this bad boy all freaking thing. So, yeah. No, you can catch me at Toggledshot, TOGGLED SHOT, on Twitch, on Facebook Gaming. You can catch me on Turn On Gaming as well. I build gaming PCs for the common person. And you can also catch me here every Sunday. Yay! So nice. Yeah, and on all social media, it's also Toggled Shot. So my name is synonymous with every account that I have.
Very, very
so
nice.
You built Fabian's computer, so
I did.
Yes,
and that's what he's using currently. Yeah.
Yeah, he is pretty dope at it. And you can also watch the live streams of him building.
I live stream them.
So you get to yell at him if he's building your PC. No, don't do that.
Why are you doing this?
Smile more.
Yeah.
Fabian, where can we catch you at, man?
All caps. IIALLUCAN3AT, and that's on my Xbox. That's on my my what is it? Not my Discord. My goodness, Origin. It's on Origin, Steam, and there's one more.
We need to just put these things out there.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, I'm always playing different games. Like I said, I've been playing a lot on my PC lately, just because I want to give it time. Basically, what Max said, I'm trying to give it more time before the new Xbox comes out, because I know when the new one comes out, I'm gonna be on that for a while. Still on my PC though.
Nice. Winton, where can we catch you at?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at LazorCookie, LAZORCOOKIE. Same when it comes to PlayStation and all the PC launchers. That's also LazorCookie as well too. And if you enjoy our podcasts, I also do a solo podcast called Laser Talk, a video game podcast. And on that one, I just pick one topics throughout the week to go into like a deep dive discussion on it. So if you want to check that out, it's on all podcast services pretty much that are out there.
And it's a really, really good podcast. So please check it out. TJ, where can we catch you at, man?
Well, you got me on Steam. I'm Bullets for Breakfast on there. I got Xbox, which is Gripping Psychosis. I'm not really on Xbox right now, though. PlayStation, you can find me at Juked by a Camel.
I love it.
I'm Sneaky Turtle 12 on Battle.net, and I actually just signed up for Battle State Games.
Ooh.
I don't know if any of y'all know Battle State Games.
No.
But
please
describe. The I don't even know what to call it. Like modulator. I guess it's kind of like Battle.net to play certain games, but Battle State Games is the one that you have to sign up for to play Escape from Tarkov.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
I am going to be jumping on that here soon. So
nice.
You're surviving in Mother Russia. Let me know. I'll help you.
I heard that's an addicting game too.
It is.
It's all right. Well, I guess I got another one to download.
And they have, I think it's still technically early access type deal, but they have several different like packages that you can purchase.
It's early access.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, but you can't see me obviously.
But it's very
yeah, you're still standing in front of a Taco Bell, so.
Yeah. Waiting for this to end so I can go inside.
Very majestically, I might add.
And as for me, you can find me on all gaming platforms, Siphon Max, the OG original, no numbers at the end, Siphon Max. And yeah, other than that, and you can catch me on my Facebook gaming page, Siphon Max as well. And that is essentially it, guys. Guys who were commenting and everything, liking our podcast.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Because we would love to quit our day jobs. So
miss you, Andrew.
Please like, share, subscribe, do the whole shebang. So spread the word that Tangent Gamer Podcast is the podcast for gamers. As you see, we respond to your comments, we respond to your questions. So please have everybody join us. We would love to go into deep conversations with y'all. And we will also be, it sounds like y'all do want to play games with us. So, we'll go ahead and put out
we're working on some stuff to make sure that can happen and make sure that we get it, all of us grouped together to play stuff together. So definitely keep checking back and we'll give you more updates as we get them for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So again, please like, share, subscribe. And yes, Marcos, support local. Andrew, we miss you too. other than that, guys, that is essentially it. Hit us up at tangentgamerpodcast.com where you can find the latest news, video, and also our merch. And sometime this week, I will be announcing that I am doing a t-shirt giveaway. I will go ahead and leave a comment, and we will. You're muted. But also as well, we will be giving
the code.
out. Yes, and we will be giving out a code shortly this week as well. So please, like, subscribe. We'll tell you on how to win that later throughout the week on our Facebook page. Other than that, guys, we love you. We miss you. We just keep liking, subscribing, because we do it for you. All right? Other than that, deuces, guys. Gang, gang.
See y'all later.
Go Eagles.
Ugh.